In this video, we're going to look at supply and demand curves. The supply curve relates the quantity of an item that a manufacturer is willing to produce at a specific price. Now, obviously, if they can sell it for more, they're willing to make more of them. The demand curve relates specifically to the consumers. This is the amount of an item that a consumer or the general public is willing to buy at a specific price. So here, naturally, as price goes down, people are willing to buy more items. The equilibrium price and quantity are the price and quantity that the consumers and the producers naturally agree on. This is where equilibrium will be reached, and people will be willing to buy exactly as many items as producers are willing to produce. So let's just look at a basic example. We want to find the equilibrium price and quantity for the following. Supply equals 3p minus 50, and the quantity demanded is 100 minus 2p. And so essentially what we want to do is determine when these two things are equal. So we want to solve when 3p minus 50 equals 100 minus 2p. And obviously here, since we're solving for p, we're solving for price. So if we add 2p, 5p minus 50 equals 100. We add 50. 5p equals 150. And we divide by 5. P equals 30. So what that tells us is the equilibrium price is $30. To determine the amount of items produced or the quantity supplied and quantity demanded are going to be the same at $30. So it doesn't matter which side we choose. We just want to plug 30 in for P. So let's say I pick the quantity supplied function. Then Q would equal 3 times 30 minus 50. Q equals 90 minus 50. So Q equals 40. In other words, at a price of $30, the public is going to demand 40 items, and the producer is going to make 40 items. So that would be our quantity. So let's look at how this works graphically. So here we have a supply curve, and naturally, as price increases, so does supply. So we notice that also in the same terms, at the higher price, demand is actually a smaller number. So at what price is equilibrium achieved? Or in other words, we're looking at where do these two things overlap at. And here, the price where they overlap at appears to be $10. So equilibrium price is $10. At this price, the equilibrium quantity appears to be 3,000 items. In other words, at the price of $10, quantity supplied and quantity demanded is both going to be $3,000. Well, let's look at what happens if we choose a different price. So let's say we choose the price to be $8. If we want to determine the supply at $8, we want to look at where $8 meets the supply curve. And so if we match that up with the supply quantity, it appears to be about 2,500 items. If we want to find our demand at that price. We want to follow a similar type procedure and look at $8 again. But now we notice at $8, we actually get a higher level of demand. That looks like about 3,500. Which makes sense. If you decrease the price from $10 to $8, demand, the amount people are willing to buy, should go up, but the amount a company is willing to make would go down.